So back into that high. You got more volume today, a little bit, but would have liked to seen that thing hold the high. Align Technologies, another solid move higher in a stock that's done but go higher since February 8th. Nice spike, decent volume, nice candle. So you got that going for you. Alon, USA Energy, ALJ, not much in that one. We'll just go through all these out here. Nice little pop in American Railcar, ARII. You've got a good candle and decent volume. You're back up to the previous high. You didn't spike through it yet, so probably check on this one on Monday for a close higher than $42.50. You certainly have the volume, so that would be interesting. Might be telling you that the railcar business is picking up. Saw some news that maybe even coal was going to pick up. I've been looking for any kind of transportation news that would confirm that. Bright Cove, nice move, although it wasn't able to hold its high. It's actually going into a longer term gap. Let's see how far this gap goes back. It's gone back a while. Not much to see on that one then. Let's go on to the next one. B&G Foods. This one's got its second big gap. You would want to keep an eye on this. You could almost say that this is the top of a three-gap play. I would have liked that gap at the $31 level to be just a bit more. So keep an eye on that one for any kind of signs of weakness and or one more gap higher. Standard Pacific Corporation, CAA is the symbol on this one. Down with strength and a nice candle and volume. Don't know what else you can say about that other than it's eaten a ton of people's money going back to the 28th of last month. CBL, which is hopefully coming to me. CBL Associates, nice volume on that one. It's just back up to its resistance level. It's really consolidation and congestion level that goes back to mid-March and all the way through April into May, mid-May before it went down. Nice test of the low, though. 18 million shares on May 25th. Went down underneath it, went back into the trading range. Nice looking chart out here, June 28th. This 4.6 million shares to the 18 shares, and a nice continuation here. We will be back after this short time out, and hopefully Mr. Internet has got his gremlins out of him.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Email me at path@tfnn.com or give me a call. Right now, we're coming in to what else do you have? CLD, Cloud Peak Energy, nice move. Of course, all these stocks that we're looking at today did have earnings or news overnight or this morning. Nice pop, 7.3 million shares. Everything you're looking for if you are looking for a move on it. Okay. COLM, which is Columbia Sportswear. These mall retailers still not doing good. Tried to open up a little higher out here and blew all the way back down under 55. It's in the high 55s now. Volume is a little bit more, but even the higher open today seemed dubious on several of these stocks. What else do we have out here? Selfie CPHD is the symbol on this one. Lots of volume. Couldn't hold the previous high of April 26th, though, with 4 times the volume. Be interesting to see how that trades come Monday. Digital Globe, if you're unfamiliar with this company, they're kind of like a Google Earth. A lot of satellite pictures. Do a lot of business with a lot of folks. Decent volume and a nice big candle out here. So, again, what you want to do is wait for these things to pull back into these gaps ups with high that had these high volumes, nice candles with low volume to see whether you want to buy at that time or not. Data Link, nice gap up here, but just a little doji, lots of volume on that. I'm not a big fan of playing the pullbacks on dojis. American Ecological Corporation, ECOL. Nice big candle today. Not a lot of volume, but not that this stock ever has a great deal. What else do we have out here? eHealth took a header. Does not look like it's very healthy today. Never a big volume stock for a great deal, but boy, this thing went sideways up after this gap back on April 29th, and it's been going sideways ever since. Had 557,000 yesterday and collapsed out here today. What else do we have? GIMO, one of the go-go stocks, up again much higher. Gigamon, big candle, lots of volume. What else can you say about that? GNMK, Genmark Diagnostic, which kind of runs around with that GIMO with the fast money crowd. Nice pop. Not enough volume on this one, though. Genmark Diagnostics. Google, of course, fairly decent earnings. Starting to actually make some money on some of the hardware things that they've been working on. That helped out a lot. Some of the moonshots took about $1 billion off. They're getting rid of a lot of those moonshot things and tending to their knitting. But decent volume. Again, I don't like these little dojis coming out here, hanging out at previous highs. This one's a little over it. but not much over it, and certainly into the February 2nd high that had 6.3 million shares. You just have your 2.8 million shares now. So that also is problematic. I don't like, the February 2nd high to this February 8th low had massive volume in it on the way back up from that June 27th low to today's high. The energy is about 40%, and that's always problematic. I don't know if there's problems brewing around Google. I think the company's pretty good, but maybe there's some bigger problems out there. I'm going to dig into more of the earnings calls over the weekend, but at least a warning signal in that, even though it had probably one of the better reactions to news. Hartford Financial Services, a lot of noise around any insurance company, especially European ones and Japanese ones. I don't know if this was just a byproduct off of that into earnings, but no one likes these companies. Down on heavy volume, 12 million shares. That's going back into the last major low of February 11th that had 3.6 million shares. So you got to watch it out. Once you bust that, you can get down to the January 20th low at 36.54. And this is pretty ugly. So watch out. Insurance companies, financials, all probably the weaker of the bunch of the sectors out here. What else do we have out here? KBR. Now this one, as I said, a lot of these stocks are acting kind of nasty this morning. They opened up higher and then continued to sell off and did so. Volume has picked up from at least the last few days. Not as horrible as it could look, $15 to $14, but what can you say? LMNX is Luminex. Now, this one, again, is one of these stocks that should have been able to hold its high, wasn't able to do so. Not a huge high-volume stock, but LMNX, Luminex, certainly broke higher this morning, reversed and lower. Most of the love in this market right now is concentrated on a very small handful of stocks, but I suspect that those stocks may be able to drive this market up just a bit higher, but we shall see. Volume 2.4 million shares on the billion shares on the consolidated tape. LPA Financial Holdings. What else do we have out here? I don't think we can make a great deal of that one. LYV, which is Live Nation, nice pop, decent volume. Would suggest that this thing could take a run for the 29.68 from the October 30th high. MSCC, which is micro semi, nice pop in this one. Would have liked to seen a lot more volume. March 30th, you had 3.1 million shares at 39.16. You're into that candle shy of about 17 cents, but weren't able to really hold that high. Volume 1.7 million shares so far. MicroStrategy, MSTR, a huge kind of candle down here with a volume not looking all that whippy. Did kind of get down to 161.90 and repair a great deal of that, but still has a lot of a gap down. NR, which is New Park Resources, nice little pop in this one. Can't make a great deal out of that. OMCL, Omnicell, this one's back up into its gap. That gap had some tremendous volume on the downside of 1 million shares compared to the 440,000 shares so far back up into this gap. QGen, which is a Chinese company. A lot of people short this thing. Nice big pop today. Decent volume. Gapped right past its gap down that had 2.7 million shares. It's got 3.6 million shares. So a nice little reversal on that one. Probably wouldn't have seen it in the charts. Wouldn't have traded it. Nice gap down on Quality Systems, QSII. Want to keep an eye on that one. Volume did pick up. That moves you back down to the $11.10 low from June 27th. RMD. What do we have on this one? Back into the gap. ResMed. We'll look at this one as a possible short. Two nice big gaps down. What did you need for volume? 3 million shares. Could be a possible. RMD. We'll be back after this break.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
We were talking about ResMed when we left RMD. Nice gap down on 424 with 3.1 million shares, back into it with 1.2 million shares. And this had like a double gap. It went right into it. We've been talking about this the last couple of days. One of the reasons why I have the charts set up the way I do. CPAP machines, someone says that's CPAP machines. Oh, let's make sure and find out about that. You know, you had this big gap down. You came right into it. We were talking about where to pull the trigger on some shorts when they come back up into these gaps with lighter volume. And like I said, these things are like magnets when you get a double gap. And this is very interesting to watch. This gap up, first one was on 316. And then, of course, you came back down to this one at 424 on the gap down. But you actually have a smaller gap inside a larger gap. And it just seems like these things, like a magnet, go right back into right where that gap is. And you want to watch the volume there to see whether or not these things are that. The company is out of San Diego. Respiratory disorders. Sounds like CPAP is it. VPAP. Well, they make VPAP too. AutoSet systems for tritation and treatment of SBD. That sounds horrible. Mass Motors Diagnostic Products. iCare, EasyCare, ResLink, ResControl, ResControl 2. I've got a whole kind of stuff. Modules. Apparently, if they don't sell it, you don't need it. Sleep deprivation disorder. Okay, stuff like that. Okay, sounds like I need them. Anyway, very interesting move out here, but this may be the end. This is and could be considered the end of the third gap play too. Your first gap would have been back here on the 22nd of January. The second one would have been on the 29th of, what is that, July? And then this one here. So keep an eye on that, but that is look kind of interesting. You got three gaps. I would have liked to seen the center gap just a little bit more, but I like that when these things have the last big, huge gap out here and then the volume doesn't match up. Always interesting. Yeah, it's a big market, I'm sure. Who knows? Maybe somebody else is coming into the business. I'll have to check more out about it. RTEC. I mean, it went down before. I can't imagine anybody's losing any more sleep than they were before. Okay. May have lost my internet yet again. Oh, there we came back. I heard the lightning hit fairly hard and thought maybe we'd been popped out one more time. Rudolph Technologies. They must have a guy with a red nose somewhere. Nice volume, nice candle out here, nice breakout. I dislike the fact that it didn't really have that volume before November 20th, the high of November 20th as we went back up in here. But nice volume out here today, and maybe I would have liked to seen 1.5 million shares. So maybe a little light on volume on that one. What else do we have out here? Nice fill of a gap on Spectronomics Corporation, SPNC. This one gapped down on, what is that, the 24th of 2015, 7/24 of 2015. So what is that, June, July 24th, 2015 with 8.7 million shares. Back into this one right here with 770,000 shares today. Kind of wimpy. What else do we have out here? Stericycle. This one just jumped off the bridge here today. All the volume we want, busted through the 91.05 level from April 29th. If I'm not mistaken, this company makes all those plastic things that they sell at Walmart, the big bins and all the other plastic tubs and stuff like that. Unclear why they ever went that high. Also unclear why the business is so bad. I've tried to look into this company before. It's very opaque. I think they do a lot of business or in the Orient. And it's been real tough to figure out what's going on with it. Stamps.com, another one of these stocks that opened up fairly decently and sold off pretty much all day long. Huge volume on the downside after this gap up. Earnings were kind of okay. Kind of tough to see exactly what went on. A lot of these stocks bear a lot more time than you have on a Friday to come up and look at them. Don't see much in that one. Nice gap down on neutral tandem. Or not gap down, actually just volume down. Going back for its low, certainly has the volume today to at least test the May 31st low of $6.48, depending on how the end of the day comes in. And we're at 2173 on the S&P cash. 2.5 billion shares volume is really wimped out here in the last 30 minutes. Vocera Communications, VCRA. Man, nice gap up. I don't like the doji. Sometimes they're called spinning tops because you can always get a lower open the next day, and then you got an abandoned baby. Volume is fairly decent here, so I'm not going to say anything bad about that, but very interesting. Western Digital, what else do we have on this one here? Get a little closer. Come on, Western Digital. Nice gap down on this one. Every time that the lightning strikes, everything slows down. WDC, nice gap down with volume. We've talked about this sector forever. I'm probably going to go back and say hello to its little friends on May 16th, the $34.99 level, but will probably take a while now that everybody and their dog knows that hard drives are going to have a problem. Hard drive companies are going to have problems for years to come. Wynn Resorts did gap down, and when you look at it, it's one of the kind of patterns that I warn about. That is a close back above the 3x3 and then a close back down. This puts a pretty big hitch in Wynn Resorts out here. And a lot of times you can look at that entire move back, probably going back into that about 88 area as getting tested. So pretty bearish looking symbol out there. Let's get to a few of the other stocks that I haven't talked about yet. Expedia came out with earnings last night. Pretty bad forecast and guidance. Apparently people don't believe their guidance, just going higher. Again, I'm going to be looking for some kind of 3x3 or displaced moving average on this. Hopefully it closes back above it. And I get another bite at the apple on it. But lots of volume, not as bad as it could be. When we come back, we'll look at Priceline, some other stocks. We'll look at Facebook. We'll look at Apple. We'll look at the biggies here in the home stretch with Tom O'Brien coming up in the next hour.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Tom O'Brien, professional trader and educator, founder of TFNN. Also, a special guest on CNBC. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, next on TFNN.
And got some issues going on here. Let's take a look at some other stocks. Let's take a look at Facebook real quick. And, like I said, I didn't like the way this thing traded after earnings yesterday or the day before. And, it's you got a lot of volume in that high, so you can retest the 128.33. I would be very wary of any close back below about 118 or 119 on this thing. As I said, financial issues with the IRS, maybe some other issues going on. Very tough to say. Microsoft, I got a email to check that one out. Of course, they said that they're going to get rid of another 2,800 folks. I don't see a great deal in that one today. Google, let's take a look at that. Nice spike. We talked about that earlier. The only problem is the volume up there, which is that previous 810 high. Didn't quite hit it. 6.7 million shares, 3.7 million shares today. So we continue to see some of those that could be problematic as they come up. See if I can get PCLN in it. CL price line. This one traded very interesting today. Again, earnings weren't all of that exciting. But apparently no one believes them when they said that that travel is kind of going down for terrorism reasons. They've got to buy it no matter what. Maybe it's just a good place to park money now, or people think that. But up a bit, a little bit of volume. This thing has been hit at more than a couple of times out here, and it's got a lot of overhead resistance at around that $1,400 level from previous gaps. We'll see if we can't get this to go back a little bit farther out here so you can see this. So you gap down in this back on November 9th of 2015, and you did so with 2.6 million shares. Remember, this is a $1,400 stock, so 2.6 million shares is a lot of cash to be moving back and forth. Anyway, you're coming back up into that gap on June 23rd with 670,000 shares. It fell, of course, at the British exit vote down and came right back up, kind of moving back up. But my guess is that $1,400 level is going to see some major resistance level. You're not that far away from it. But kind of interesting, especially the way that Expedia traded at the same time. We talked about Wynn. Let's take another look at Las Vegas Sands and see how it did. These things kind of gap up a little bit, but I'm looking at a lot of Chinese stocks that make me kind of scratch my head as to whether or not things are as good as everybody is saying over there. It may take a while, maybe another week, to figure out what is happening, but very interesting. The reason I say that is when you look at some of the other stocks, like Baidu, it was trading down today. Started to pick up some volume. Not the end of the world on this one. Needed 6.8 million shares from the June 27th low. Yeah, 3.2 million shares. You had 6.4 million shares today, so you're back into this gap that actually goes back a little farther. That gap up happened on 5.2 million shares. So A lot of strange stuff out here, a lot of moving parts. Going to have to wait for these things to sync up for the market to go lower. I guess that's it. We'll see you Monday. Same bat channel, same bat time. Remember to sow when you can, not when you have to. Hang on for Tom O'Brien.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
You're watching Tiger TV.